Glad to have you join me again on the program. It's Business Breakfast on iBrand Television. Like I did mention earlier, Charles Frakuga, Public and Business Affairs Analyst, joins me now live virtually to do some analysis of the stories. Charles, good morning. Thank you for joining me on the show.
Good morning, Blessed. Thank you for having me.
International Women's Day. Yes. Happy International Women's Day to all the amazing women that are supporting us and also being part of the conversation we have daily on the program. Let's get talking now. The federal government, through the Ministry of Power, has come out to say that they are going to revoke the license of electricity distributors in the country if they fail to find a lasting solution to the constant, or should I say the worsening blackouts that we've seen in the country in recent times, starting from January. What's your reaction to this? And do you think that revocation of licenses by the Federal Ministry of Power would have any impact on the current state of power supply in the country? Your thoughts?
Yes, thank you very much. When I heard the story, I was wondering whether the minister was talking to regarding children. These discos are also in business to make money. In that power generation, that chain, that value chain, you have the Gencos that say they generate, then you have the transmission company that steps back, then of course the disco will not distribute for me and you to consume. Now, the issue they are saying is the Gencos are already generating about 4,000 megawatts. But they are saying some of these things have been lost because the discos cannot take them and distribute to Nigeria. That's the issue. Now, is it a problem of capacity, maybe in terms of their equipment or expertise, that they are not able to take this power that is being generated? And if that is the case, then of course, it shows that that particular disco is not fit to be in electricity distribution business. And of course, I agree with the minister, it should be removed. But there should be an engagement. Let the minister know what is the actual problem of these discos. Within that value chain, where the problem lies. And if that is done, and of course, it is an issue of saying the discos don't have the capacity or they don't have the equipment and all that, then of course, such discos their license should be revoked because it's obvious that they have not done their own work. They cannot be in that business. So they agree with the minister. And the issue should be looked holistically, not just say because the discos cannot actually generating themselves, but to go around to the average Nigerian. These are the issues that the minister should look before embarking on any decision.
If we were to talk briefly about the Abia State geometric power plants that was launched, I think last week, if not, last week. What lessons do you think the minister should be learning from that, and how can state government actually take advantage of that initiative, seeing to the fact that we now have a new electricity act that was signed into law by the president earlier this year?
Yes, kudos to Abia State government, the past one, and of course the present one that has seen such a thing to have come into completion. Yes. And again, in line with the Electricity Act of 2023 that was signed into law here, where any individual can invest in the power sector. And of course, we have seen that, and the Abians, especially in Aba, they are celebrating 40 hours of uninterrupted power supply. So again, when you can say the discos operating in that Aba are doing better than other discos, what is the issue? These are the things that the minister should be trying to ask the operators of that power plants in Aba, so that other discos or other things can replicate and see that enough power is generated. For me, I believe that if we generate enough power, the issue of transmission and distribution is something that we can take care of. And once we do that, then of course, there will be no problem of blackout, there will be no issue of the minister saying you want to revoke license and all that. Let us generate enough and see in that country, because even if the disco distributes, we consume. That issue of even paying the appropriate pricing for what we are consuming, that is also an issue. So for me, the lessons to be learned in that Aba situation is let the minister go to Aba, learn from the management and board of that power plant, and see how it can replicate it in other parts of the country.
Again, there are calls for the minister to resign, and reason being that is the worst performing minister of power in the history of Nigeria. I don't know if you also share in that sentiment or that thought. And then when there was a release of the top performing ministers under this administration, unfortunately, the minister of power was not among the list. If you are to assess the performance of this administration in terms of power and the activities of the minister, how would you rate the minister? That's one. And secondly, again, some analysts that say that this minister had no idea, no clue about the technicality or the know-how of the power sector. Would you subscribe to the call for the minister to be replaced, or what do you think should be the way out of the consistent blackout we experience in the country? Just yesterday, members of the National Assembly could not sit for plenary because of blackout, and this is becoming a serious issue as businesses are already collapsing because of this. What's your thoughts, Charles?
Thank you very much. There's so many questions in one, but I'll take it one by one.
All right, then.
First of all, there's call for the minister to resign. Yes, I've always advocated that before, because if you are in the ministry 6 months, you cannot learn and understand what is the core of your assignment. Now, we're talking of almost 9 months now of this administration, and we're not seeing any meaningful impact as a minister from his job. For me, he should be replaced, because it's very obvious he doesn't really understand the intricacies. And of course, it's enough for anybody. You don't need to be a technical person for you to understand it is an issue of leadership management, the issue of power generation, power transmission, power distribution, and of course, consumption. So you don't need to be an engineer for you to understand these processes. You have to working under you. It's for you to ensure that you create the right environment for them to work and take time. Provide a leadership, push them, and see that deliverables are done at that point too. So it's not coming to shout that I will revoke license, I will resume. Like just like a carpenter who complains of his tool. It's obvious he or she does not know what to do. So for me, yes, the minister has not really performed, and I believe yes, it is a resettlement clean to show that yes, he has not performed to expectation.
All right, now let's just focus to the next topic here, the next information, the next news here because of time. The Lagos State government has said it's not going back, it's not reneging on its planned relocation of Computer Village from the current location it is right now in Ikeja to Kantagwa area of Abulegba. Now, if we look at all of this now, so the traders actually that deal on a daily basis in this market are coming out and they are saying that if for any reason they have to move, it's going to cause a kind of decline in their sales, as most people will not be able to patronize them anymore. Although from what I have seen and what I've read, it shows that the government has good intention. But then again, the question we are asking here is the relocation now, the new site for the relocation, is it a viable location for their businesses? How do you react to all of this?
Well, first of all, every responsibility of ensuring urban renewal, urban sustainability. And over time, it has proven that the present location of the Computer Village is not defined when it comes to the urban renewal, physical planning of Lagos State. And they have gone ahead to provide an alternative place. I think for me, it's a logical approach, and the traders should just follow suit and accept it. Yes, sometimes it might sound difficult. For every change, there is always a problem for any change. So the traders should just get themselves ready, prepare, and relocate to that place where the government has provided for them, because they have told them the kind of facilities that will be available in that area. Yes, some persons or some businesses will lose one or two things here and there, and for customers to take them time to understand how to get those new locations. Then, like I said, change is the only thing that is there. We should congratulate the Lagos State government for having that humanity, providing an alternative place for them, which is going to be better according to what you have said. I also read that yes, it's going to be better. Then it's a matter of time. So just appeal to the traders there to obey all what the government is. At the end of the day, in the long run, they are going to benefit more.
When I was having this conversation with someone else, and one thing that struck my mind was the standard of living in that area. Of course, when there's a change in the economic atmosphere of a particular area, you find out that one thing is very particular: the cost of living there will rise, especially for the cost of getting an apartment in that area will rise, and also traffic management in that area. Do you think that the movement or the relocation of Computer Village from where it is right now to Cantagua will not cause any hike in getting an apartment in that exit? And then again, do you think that the state government is well prepared to manage the traffic situation in that exit?
Well, when you have a project in any location, the essence is to develop that area. I agree with you, yes, because the market being relocated to that place, it's a computer village that's going to be an information architecture. Yes, the location, the value of location will also increase. I agree with you, because more and more persons will be coming there and people want to relocate to that area. So, in one way, it's a good development for Lagos State. But at the same time, again, even for the landlords in that area, like you have said, the value of their property, the value, if they revalue it again, it will go up. So, it's also good. Most importantly, the country we're talking about, the government is saying in this new ICT sector, we're going to be having office space, we're going to be having warehouse, we're going to be having restaurant. So all those modern facilities will be there to make things better and easier, even for visitors and those who are going to be doing business there. Unlike when they were somewhere in the computer in the Kenya, you can see around those arrangements are not being made. And that present location originally supposed to be a residential area. So I think yes, there will be challenges in that new location, but it's all these measures put in place, and of course, in collaboration with the traders union and of course the new community, we will see a smooth transition. And at the end of the day, the community, the traders, and of course the average person there will benefit from this new relocation.
All right, then, still in Lagos State, now talking about housing, the Lagos State government has said it's going to enforce the monthly payments, the monthly tenancy scheme by 2025. Two in one question. One, do you think this is a welcome initiative by the state government? And do you think that this will actually be achievable or attainable by the state government? Because most Nigerians will tell you that they prefer to pay they prefer to renew their rent on an annual basis than on a monthly basis. Now, how does a woman who sells or a man who is involved in daily transaction, and then we have some kind of pandemic like we had in 2020 affected them, how would they be able to renew their rent if for any reason the Lagos State government decide to toll this particular path? How do you react to all of this? And I know you are not a real estate person, but do you think this will have any impact on the real estate ecosystem?
Well, I agree with you if you say I'm not a real estate expert, but I'm also dealt with real estate. At least I have the property and I've once been a tenant before. So, yes. Now, if you look at it, I see it as a big squeal, because not one size fits everybody. Some persons, like you have mentioned, will prefer to pay on a yearly basis. Those are the corporate people who at the end of the year, they give them their housing allowance and in bulk, so they will be comfortable to pay. Like you said, there are also some business persons who do their own business on a daily basis. So they plan, and save towards paying their yearly rental as we have today in Lagos. However, I want to say, the government has a very good plan. It's a very good policy. It is good so that you pay your house rent on a monthly basis. But Nigerians are used to, Lagosians are used to pay on a monthly and yearly basis. However, if you want to rent an accommodation for the first time, that is where for me, the government should come into. Instead of this one now taking 2 years, 3 years, you can bring it down to at least 6 months or 1 year to take basis. And once you have find it as an half-yearly tenant, you will prefer to continue to pay half-yearly. Or if you are paying your annual tenant, you want to continue to pay annually. Then it is also now good for the tenant and the landlord to come to an agreement which one is suitable for us. Some landlord will say, okay, I will prefer it annually, I will prefer it semi-annual, that's half-yearly. So there must be an interaction between the tenant and the landlord. There must be an agreement. Because when one side cannot fit everybody, that is the way I'm looking at it from. However, when I'm from landlord, even after they have collected 1 year, they saw explanation, they will keep coming. They will be coming to ask you, it's okay, I can pay the next 6 months and all that. So it depends on, yes, I think there must be a regulation, but the regulation should be, they should not collect more than, that is for new tenants, more than 1 year. And for old tenants, they will now come to an agreement that say, annually is okay for me, or half-yearly is okay for me. For me, that I think, that I believe will be the best way to go. Coming to monthly, then there are some of structural issues here and there, which is my difficult arguments.
Yes. Now, do you think that Lagosians will actually throw their hands open and welcome this initiative, going by the current economic challenges in the country, Charles?
Lagosians will not want to just agree with that. Like I said, there will be challenges when it comes to implementation, because it's obvious the average Lagosian, whether corporates or one-man business, are already attuned to pay their rent for their houses annually, and of course, in rare cases, half-yearly. So it's difficult for them to change.
All right. So let's wrap up now with this final story we have in here. The members of the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association have come out to say that they are currently in talks with the federal government to commence the sale of compressed natural gas, that's CNG, in their filling station. Should this idea go? Should this plan go out and become should it be implemented now? The big question now is: do we have enough gas to supply, enough gas to go around to make this initiative accessible by many Nigerians who use cars, and also by buses? Because I learned just this week that the price of diesel has also gone high. Some people are selling for 1,550 naira, some are selling for 1,700 naira, and this has caused to an increase the price of tea fare in Lagos State and also some parts of the country. Do we have enough reserve? Because currently the price of cooking gas has skyrocketed due to shortage of gas supply in the country. How do you react to this? Is this a laudable idea, and should we be enforcing them now at this point in time?
Well, thank you very much. You see, there is nothing wrong if people have options. Everybody is talking about electric cars. Yes, but we are not going to throw away cars that are being run by fossil fuel, plants that are being run by diesel. They are still going to be, there should be options for the average person to choose from. Yes, for the compressed natural gas, whether we have enough gas to implement this policy. Yes, again, I would say when it comes to natural gas, Nigeria has over 209 trillion cubic feet of gas. So the issue is in terms of developing this gas, exploiting this gas, and making it usable. That is our problem. So if that can be done, I thank God we already have a minister for mineral resources, gas resources. So if that is implemented, yes, in terms of carrying out this government policy of CNG buses will be very easy. Then again, like for every change, there will need to be a transition. And it's not just wake up one morning and go to filling station to begin to buy CNG or other activities, or as we have seen it now, the CNG buses. Yes, the CNG buses, if you recall, it is not today's issue. It's way back, and it's about 6 months. They've made a lot of preparation, and that's why you are saying some of the state government, I will not mention the particular state government, you see the buses, they're already flying. So for me, it has to be a consolidated and holistic plan in terms of looking at what to use in our transportation system. Yes, we have seen rail, waterways, road. So the same thing, if we have it in the energy source, the CNG powered vehicle, the diesel powered vehicle, and others, you see that there will be choice option for people, and we might see a reduction in the price of some of these items, that is the transport fare and all that. But it is because we are solely heavy on PMS, and that is why we are seeing transports going up every day. So in our country that consumers can choose from, then if you want to go into the business of say transportation, you go and get CNG vehicles. You can see that with this competition here and there, then obviously prices of some of these, the cost of some of these services will reduce. So I think it's a good development, but it has to take some time. There must be transition, and of course, the government must know where it's going, and begin to put the plan on ground now. Develop the gas resources and ensure that the commercial process is also made seamless. And like Ipan has said, they have all these filling stations all over the country. And some of them are already selling gas. So today, you go to some filling station, they sell gas to you. So you can see that we have some of the facilities on ground. It's a matter again of leadership, commitment of the government, and of course the political way. We'll see this going through.
All right, then we'll leave it at that. Let's watch and see how this development will play out and how the talks with IPMAN and the federal government will lead to, and see what the outcome will be for the larger population. Thank you so much, Public and Business Affairs Analyst Charles Fakuga, for your time with me on the show this morning.
Thank you, and happy International Women's Day to all the women in your studio. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, yes, still to come after the break. On Thursday, the Nigerian Exchange Limited All-Share Index rose to 0.75% to close at 100,335.3 basis points respectively. The market is back again on the green. What are the fundamentals of the sentiment behind this bullish trend that was seen recovering in the market? Ambrose Omodian will be joining me live, virtually hopefully, to discuss and analyze all of this. Do stay with us.